Hi everyone, here is my 1974 Chevy Luv Truck. I'm going to do this backstory video on it. I think she came out nice after many years of bringing her back from the dead. This video is going to show you from when I bought it on eBay back in 2011 to present. And actually there's a trophy I won in it about 6 months ago at the Garden Grove Street Fair. And here's the tunnel cover and rear spoiler I made myself and installed it. But I just want to get you caught up on the Luv Truck. I did a backstory on the Vega wagon. So here's this backstory on our 74 Luv Truck. Here I am racing it at Fontana. First time at a race. That's me in it actually. And here it is back in 2011. Got it on eBay. And she's been sitting outside for about 10 years. It had no grill, no wiring, no interior. Basically, it had a cab, a bed, front suspension, rear suspension. That's about it. No drive shaft, no motor, no trans, no wiring, no dash. Basically got a shell, which was fine. I was looking for something that already had all the tub done, all the welding and narrowing, and just something my daughters and I could put together. I have 3 daughters that went through junior drag racing, and I wanted something we could do together. Here's actually the interior. I made templates for the door panel. The roll cage was in it already. I just sanded it, cleaned it up so I could paint it, and just kind of work on the interior. And here's the template for the dash. And there's a steering wheel and shifter, and that's still in the car. It's the original steering wheel, shifter, and auxiliary fan in the car. Here's another shot of the door panel patterns I made because I'm going to cut them out of aluminum. There's the dash. And here I am already starting on the wiring. Like I said, there was no wiring. I was able to get a back half harness for the bed. And then from the bed forward, it was all handmade. And there's some small gauges in there. Like I say, I like to drive this thing as I could while I work on it, do improvements. It's not on the road just yet, but it was working its way there. Here's pretty much the harness or the wiring done. Plus I had an overhead switch panel. There it is, no grill. It came with a louver hood. But it was it caught fire, burnt paint, so I got that Cal 88 hood. Here it is, side shot with the Champ 500 wheels. It also had drum front brakes. So I kind of went through the brakes on it, and I was able to get, I think, disc brakes off of a 78 Luv and put them on there. That's why it's got the different wheels on it and different bolt pattern. Went from, I think it was a Chevy bolt pattern to a Ford. And then here's the Pro Stars on it with the front wheels on it. Still had the Champ 500s in the back. Those were 12 inches wide. And here's the engine compartment. They notched a firewall for the distributor. When I got it, it had a single reservoir master cylinder. I put this dual master cylinder or dual reservoir master cylinder in it to help with the brakes. And there you go with the line lock. I installed a line lock, and then I found out a couple years later I installed it wrong and had to redo it. Here's the bed. The Scott, the original guy that built the car, this is he did this. The 2 wheel tubs and welding them together. Here's your master kill switch for the battery and the positive and negative post for the battery, so I could charge the battery because once I had the tailgate in there and the tunnel cover. And here are my nephews, Chris and Matt, cutting the hole for the fuel cell. They wanted to help work on it, so hey, I let them do it. They did a great job. There it is with the fuel cell in it, battery. And I think about a year ago, I put another battery on the left side. Actually, Ryan, Rachel's boyfriend, put that in, so we have 2 batteries back there for weight. We were having traction problems. Here's your interior all painted up, getting ready for carpet. I got the wires out of the way. You can see here the bungee cord up to the dash. And we're getting carpet made. I had a friend owed me a favor, so he made a carpet for it. And then here's another door panel I cut out, from my template. and made those. And then here's my drive shaft loop. It's got a turbo 400 trans in there, and it also has a Vortex 350 crate motor. I think it's a high performance motor from GM. Not this one. This is the one I got out of a truck. I paid $500. I basically wanted it to run all the wiring and get everything ready so I could put a built motor in there. Here's some more of the, getting the wiring set up, and then I ran the brake lines in the front. Here it is running at its first car show. I was really excited to take it. It wasn't all completely done, but most of it was. It was roadworthy. And then here's my daughter. Once I had it all roadworthy, I showed her how. This is Alyssa, my oldest daughter. I have 3 daughters, and they all went through junior, so she was aging out, so that's why I got the Luv, so I could teach her how to race it, using the line lock and the shift light and the shifter, because in the junior dragster, it just had a gas pedal and brake. And there's Alyssa to the left, Rachel, who drives it now in the middle, and Emily, my youngest daughter. Alyssa went off to get married and have a couple of kids and brought us some great grandchildren. Here's a video of Rachel and Irwindale doing a burnout. Luv Truck at Irwindale, 8th mile, ran 775, 776, around there. I can't remember the mile per hour. There's another test hit. I think this was last year, 2023, at the Truckin' for Kids event at Irwindale. This was a test hit. I can't remember the mile an hour. I want to say maybe 86, 87. I know the quarter mile does 110, 111. Here's last year Truckin' for Kids, same event. Truckin' for Kids at Irwindale. This is a final.
Left lane, Rachel, right lane. Truckin' for Kids, final.
As you'll listen to me in the video, once she stages, I'm going, don't go red, don't go red. She's made many, I want to say probably 6 finals that year, and either went red, I'd probably say 60% of the time, and then the other she lost either a bad light because afraid of going red. So I'm sitting here going, don't go red, don't go red. As you can tell by my reaction, she ended up winning the final, and that was her first big car race. She had many wins in a junior dragster, but this was her big first win in a big car. And there she is, Rachel, with her trophy. And it was a big accomplishment. We were just all excited. We knew that, she would get them. We just had to wait. It's a lot harder in the big car than it is in the junior. I mean, it was hard in the junior beginning, but once, we get the car figured out, dialed in, we raced a lot more as juniors than we did with the big car. There's Rachel with her boyfriend Ryan celebrating the win. And it was a great time. This is Scott. He's the one that built the truck, the Luv Truck, back in 1983. And I was actually going down PCH Boulevard in it, and he pulled me over and hollered, "Hey, I built that truck." And him and I started talking and become good friends. And he built the truck, like I say, in 86. He sold it in 86, I think. He built it 83, sold it 86, and then to a family member, and then I ended up getting it, like I say, back in 2011. I'm not sure what happened between him, family member, getting it when I got it, but Scott and I become good friends. There's Scott there. He sent me pictures of it back when he built it. I think that was 85, 86, but these pictures were taken. And he also had 2 or 3 two-barrel carburetors on it, and it was a really nice truck. There's some interior pieces of it, which, I didn't go with the stock dash. I went with and there's Scott back in it. This is actually, believe it or not, 40 years later, he's sitting back in the Luv Truck he built 40 years ago. So it was pretty cool. He wanted to get that picture taken. Here's a slot car I built and a friend of mine painted. I drag race it, scale 1/4 mile, but that's for a different backstory on slot car drag racing, which I'll do one in the near future. But just really like the Luv Truck. It's been a great truck all these years. Here's the street tires on it. I had it up in the air. I want to take a picture of it. Here's a motor. Great street car. Always reliable. Always fires at want to go. Love taking it to donut derelicts. Here's Rachel at Fontana doing her burnout, which she always liked her burnout. And this was a big accomplishment here for me. This is the first time I had a car get the left front wheel off the ground. This is slow motion of Rachel. This is actually Famoso Drag Strip 2022. You can see right there. Front tire came off the ground. I was jumping, celebrating. I was so excited. I finally got a car to carry the front end. It's not much, but it did it. That's what I was excited about. And ever since then, it's pretty much done it. Like I say, we put the other battery in the bed for traction, and she hooks. You can see here it is leaving with the front wheel off the ground and the rear tire wrinkled. And that's a torsion bar front end, stock front end. People say you can't do that. Here I am going down the freeway in it. I was going to my friend's funeral back in, I think, 2021. Or actually, I think it's 2019, actually. Thanks you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.